And we are back, you guys. Something to talk about. We are in our third segment of our premiere show for something to talk about, and we're gonna pick up and finish up, hopefully, with our trending topics. Dr. Fight should be joining us, but today is his birthday, and he did say wasn't sure what his wife had planned, so he may pop in here this afternoon, and he may not. Either way, we carry on, and we wish him a happy birthday and many more. So let's just pick up for our trending topics. One of the top things that's still in the news is I think that took every Bawan. Yeah, I think one of the events that took place in the news that had people talking and still talking is the whole Sweetie Pie incident. Well, I can't say incident, with her son Tim. So apparently the girl was arraigned last week. Terica Ellis, no relation. God, no relation
At all.
at all. None. No, none. So apparently, I guess what she was saying was that Tim was claiming that Andre had stole from Miss Robbie.
I'm seeing that now.
Yeah, that he had
Sweetie
stolen.
Pie's alleged murder for hire
Yeah.
possibly caused after $200,000 stolen from Ms. Robbie's home.
Because you remember the episode when Miss Robbie's house was burglarized.
Yes.
And Miss Robbie had always said that she thought it was an inside job. Well, I guess this is what Tim is holding on to now. Is saying that Andre had stole like $200,000 from her. But here's my thing, Tim. Why did it take you 4 years later? How many years later was it that you even brought it to their attention? Maybe you should have said something to your mom about it, but not taking things into your own hands. But anyway, Tim is trying to come up with a defense. That's what I think. That's what I think it is. Because Tim wanted to get the $400,000, but Tim, he was in so much debt. $400,000 was not going to do anything for you. Because then he owed $300,000 to the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you constantly opening up different restaurants. They're going bankrupt. Owners of these buildings, these commercial buildings, they're suing you. So I don't know what $400,000 was really going to do for Tim. So you guys, we're back right now on Facebook. But here's the deal, you guys. If you guys go to Instagram, I'm kind of popping back and forth from Facebook to Instagram. So you guys can catch up with what we're talking about. So now we're back on Facebook, but the other one was on Instagram. The last thing was on Instagram. So IGTV.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, my heart goes out to Miss Robbie because it is a hard pill to swallow to even imagine that your son, a child that you gave birth to and raised, would hire someone to murder your own grandson. And so she's been asking for prayers for her and for Tim. And you know what? We don't know what Tim did. Tim, we know you did something. Because we just don't know what it was, but we know that you were involved in it somehow. I'm not trying to pass judgment. I'm just stating what I think my opinion is. That's all I'm doing. So we just want to keep the Montgomery family up. Pray for them. And Miss Robbie is 82?
82.
Boy, you need to stop. You need let me just be real frank right about here. Tim, you need your ass whipped. To put your mom through all of this at the age of 82 and the business she built for her to help her entire family, you need your butt whipped for that one. You need the good old fashioned ass whipping for that one. So we're gonna keep on. We're gonna go and keep on finishing up our trending topics. So how about Candace Cameron Bure? So apparently the Christian people have been getting on her because I guess she posted a picture, and this goes back into our topic about the boobs. So apparently her husband, she put a picture out there where the husband just kind of squeezed her boob or whatever, and she posted the picture, and it said all of the Christian, a lot of Christian people have been on her and said she should remove the picture, take it down. Why would she post a picture like that? So what would you find that offensive? Because I consider myself a Christian. You consider yourself a Christian, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would you find that picture offensive about her husband? I guess he just had his arms around her. Hand just went there. He just, did a little cupping right there. I mean, would you find that? Do you find that offensive?
No.
I mean, I don't.
I don't, and considering the fact that, maybe he does that, like he'll put his arm around, his arm kind of like draped down there, and he gets a squeeze and it's over with.
But here's
I mean, I'm trying to figure out when Christianity had to do with somebody's.
That's the old
Love
school
life.
Christianity. So you got like the old that's strictly about a Bible Christianity people. Then you got the ones that they are Christian, they do a lot of good.
absolutely.
Right, but
But-
I just don't feel like what is like her. Okay, she's a Christian. She go to church. I don't see what that has.
And
to
anybody
do.
who's even followed her for a minute,
Wait.
you
They the
can
biggest, first of
know.
all.
But here's anybody who follow her at all. You know, for years, her and Kirk and their whole family have always been, Christian people, but they still do their acting and have their careers and things like that.
Right.
So, but it isn't like it was a random man. This
It was
was her
her
husband,
husband.
a man she's been married to for how many years? 20 years.
24.
Yeah. So. But this is what turns a lot of people off when
To the
they
church.
when they say like organized religion or whatever. Is that people want to stand in judgment about what other people do. Now that is her husband. To him it could have been a fun moment. Where you grabbed your wife boobs. Now am I gonna get upset? Let me grab my boobs in public.
No,
Probably
Okay.
not.
it
But
depends
I don't
on
know
how
about
you
posting
grab
a
it.
picture.
Cause I done seen some stuff where I'm like, y'all need to go get a room.
Where it's like bedroom where they kissing
and
and,
they
all.
cussing and all that. Yeah.
it's kissing just doing like this.
Now,
I ain't trying to put my hand in front of the
go
cameras.
in the room. But when you just like your man drape his arm and he go here and he get a little squeeze.
Well,
ain't nothing wrong
look.
with that.
In my case, she's short. My arm's long, so I can't.
Look, so in other words, he already letting you know in advance. If my arm happens to slip, it's because you short. He already doing that. Now I would say, now my late husband would do that to me sometimes.
It's
And he would do the thing like that, and I'm like,
like
what in the hell? Right, but
you getting a hug. I mean, I ain't mad,
but I don't know if I would ever post a picture like that.
yeah, you should post a
Picture like that. But even that being said, it was all probably still in fun for them, and that's what it was. And then maybe the camera just caught it.
Right.
In the instant. You said, well, that was funny. Why not go ahead and use it? So I think you all get off her ass.
Okay.
All you Christian people get off her ass.
Right. I'm about to slap this chick. If I ever meet her, I'm gonna slap.
Is this the dumb chick that
Candace Owens? Yeah, she came out couple hours and told LeBron James, if you're suffering through racism, please give me some of that. She told this to LeBron James.
What the hell is she talking about?
I don't know, but I'm gonna let Candace Owens know that when you
And she's not suffering through racism? That's all I want to know.
right, but no, I'm gonna just let her know this. LeBron is gonna read your ass, cause he gonna look
Oh,
at that.
yeah, he probably
Yeah.
will. Yeah, LeBron.
LeBron gonna let you know about yourself.
Yeah, he probably will.
So
do that.
I don't feel bad for you, cause when he tell you about yourself, don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Cause he
yeah.
gonna let you have it, and I'm waiting for his response. I'm old for real.
See, I don't know how ignorant you can be, because apparently she's really ignorant to come out and say
Let
something
me
like
just say
that.
this. Of course, because she's on Fox News. That's my first issue.
Okay.
Let's just say Tia. She go talking that bullshit.
Oh, Lord, Breonna.
Okay, but it says conservative author and activist Candace Owens took LeBron James to task on Sunday over his recent comments on race relations in the United States. In a weekend interview on Life, Liberty, and 11,
Okay.
Owens noted that the Los Angeles Lakers superstar, who has spoken out about his tough life as a black man in America, lives in a $100 million mansion in Bel Air.
So?
She said, I always say, if you're suffering through racism, please give me some of that. First of all, you don't know his background.
There you go.
He has that life now because he worked his butt off since
Absolutely.
he was 18 years old to get to where he's at. First of all, he grew up in a single family household in Akron, Ohio.
Right. And we know Akron. We kind of know what Akron, Ohio look like.
So
okay.
don't sit there and talk about when he's living. Yes, he's living in that house now because he worked for it.
And here's what people don't. Here's what people say all the time.
And he's still saying. And let's be frank, it don't matter who you are. He's still a black man in America.
Absolutely.
He said
Absolutely.
it's scary to be a black man in America, and he's right. Do you think a cop look at your care because he's LeBron James?
And that's what I was going to say. Think about the black people that are wealthy. They still have to deal with the same or same racism that we all have to deal with. Maybe not to certain degrees, but they still have to deal with it. Even what did Willis say years ago that he was driving around in Beverly Hills in his nice car and he got pulled over.
Right.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Let me go even a step further. So the president for the Toronto Raptors,
Okay.
Masai Ujiri, he's
Okay.
a black man. When his team won the Game 6 in Oracle,
Okay.
the sheriff, it was like a white sheriff, literally blocked this man and put him in like a hold or something
Uh-huh.
to stop the man from going to the court. And the man's like, "That's my team. I'm going to be with my team." They put
Oh, he's the owner. He owns it.
no, he's not. He's
Oh,
the team
okay,
president.
okay. Oh, the
but
team
he's
president.
but he's black. But they stopped this man because he was trying to get to the court because they thought he was going to do something wrong. And he's like, "That's my team. That I'm going to celebrate my team."
Right.
They stopped.
And see that if you are and if you're not a black person, and this is what we're trying to get white people to understand.
She's stupid. I can't
You know,
stand her.
and somebody like that should not. That's like the other one that does only Dance with the Stars. Now, what's his name?
I think Vernon Davis.
Vernon Davis. You're another ignorant. Because just because you all have so-called made it or you have millions, do you not think that you're still a target?
She ain't got.
You're still a target.
But I can't stand her
Because
I have my feel. I feel like. Well, Bernie Mac said this in like Kings of Comedy. He said ain't gonna be no misunderstanding when I see him. Every time I'm on site. She is one of the people. If I ever see her in public, I'm gonna tell her about herself. I said, "Do you not understand
Okay,
the
but
concept of being black in America?"
But can somebody tell me what is her background?
I don't know.
What is her makeup? I mean, where was she born? Where did she grow up at? I mean, what are her parents like? Because
I don't know, but let me just say this. She, and forgive my language, Lord, and thank God Dr. Fighting on yet, but she is a fucking fool.
ooh, ouch. Oh, good one, Brianna. I got a good one. Woo, yes. And you know, and here's the thing. Even if you are a person of color,
And you are conservative. There are just some things you
right,
don't have to say.
which goes to my point when I tell people, even if you are a conservative, even if you are a Republican, you have to know right from wrong. Anybody with a modicum of common sense or a little bit of decency, you know that Donald Trump is not decent. There's nothing about that man that's appropriate for the United States to move us forward. So for you to say, I'm going to vote my party or vote because he's a Republican, that is what Brianna just said. She said, you're being a fucking fool. You're being an idiot. Because that means, and if you think you're still going to be good, if Donald Trump wins in office, if you think you're going to be good, you won't be. Because all the rest of us who have decency, who have morals, who wants to celebrate everyone, do you think that we're all going to sit idly by quietly and just let you all do and run rampant over all the rest of us? If you really truly believe that, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken, because that is not going to happen. As sometimes as bad as my knees hurt, and sometimes bad as my leg hurt, if Donald Trump was to get in office again, and I'm not, there are going to be more than protests that's going to happen, because the man is vile. The man is vile. And just because you are a Republican or because you're a conservative, like we said, there's right and wrong. You mean to tell me your parents didn't teach you basic right and wrong? Basic decency, how to treat people like they're human beings? Just because my skin is darker than yours does not make me less than. I don't know why that's such a hard concept for people to wrap around their head.
I mean, she just did.
And to have somebody like her and Vernon Davis and who's the other one? The other football player. Oh my God, who's the other one?
Oh, he ain't even black. We pulled his car a long time
Who
ago.
you know who I'm talking about?
Herschel Walker.
Yeah, Herschel
I know
Walker.
I know
Right, Herschel Walker.
We pulled his black car a long time. He didn't know he had enough for black people.
Yeah.
I mean, let me just put this on. We just gonna call him. He a dark skinned white person. Cause he ain't never had no loyalty to the black community about nothing.
And here's what I said: being a woman of color, being a black woman. I don't understand, and him being a black man. That Herschel Walker, Vernon Davis, you gonna tell me your entire lives you never experienced.
You want racially profiled.
You want racially profiled. You never experienced racism. If you saying that you a flat out liar. You a blatant liar through and through.
My original point. I said everybody has been racially profiled. Will Smith has been racially profiled. Yep. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith said
Denzel Washington. Sam Jackson.
Stephen A. Smith said he was literally driving with his daughter in the car. He had all the windows down.
Uh-huh.
Cop pulled him over. He said, I don't care if the cop didn't know me. He said, I got my hands on the steering wheel, everything.